here's what I looked like in May of 2020. I was only about 150 pounds, my max bench was roughly 195. Here's what I looked like just 4 months later in September. In terms of both muscle mass and strength, it's a night and day difference. My goal is to share with you some of the things I did to get these results in just 4 months, and hopefully lay out a game plan for those of you who want to start working out, or at least give a few tips to those who are relatively new to the gym, or even those who have been working out for a while. Real quick, I just want to be clear that this information isn't necessarily scientifically optimal. This is just simply what worked for me. The first thing I'll share about what I did when I decided to start being consistent was a form of training called RPT, which is reverse pyramid training. For those of you who don't know, basically this is when you start out with your heaviest set, typically between 3 to 6 reps, and you drop the weight about 10% each set while increasing your reps by about 2. Every set should be till failure, or at least just shy of it, so think RP 9 to 10. This is a super effective way to build strength and size as a beginner. I did this with incline bench, weighted chins, overhead presses, and my physique got a lot better as a result. Once you hit a plateau doing this, switch to a variation of the exercise and try to keep building up your strength. I was able to go from 165 by 5 on incline to 195 by 5 in literally just 7 months from this style of training. So if you're a beginner and looking to take full advantage of your newbie gains, I'd highly recommend doing this for at least the first few months while you're in the gym. Second, I know a lot of you have heard this before, but it's worth repeating. You have to eat a lot of food. Don't even think about cutting until you lift it consistently for probably like a year, unless of course you're already overweight, in which case that's a different story. But if you're skinny, you gotta be eating at least 300 to 400 calories over your maintenance to make sure you're growing and packing on as much muscle as possible. And for me, this was pretty tough, since at the time I was working at Walmart as a cart pusher, getting close to probably 20,000 steps a day. Because of that, I was having to eat close to 4,000 calories just to keep up with the amount that I was burning. And if you think it's not possible to eat enough just because you don't have enough money to be spending on food, there's plenty of cheap options that are loaded with calories. Like for example, I was eating Tina's Red Hot 32 cent burritos all the time, which had 340 calories a piece. You've also got stuff like McDonald's cookies, which is less than $5 for 13 of them at 170 calories a piece. Point is, if you look hard enough, there's plenty of calorie dense foods that you can buy to make sure you're hitting your macros every single day. Lastly, some specific exercises that helped me shape my physique tremendously that I was grinding on a lot back then was incline bench and its variations, weighted pull-ups / chin-ups, and standing overhead presses. You don't have to do these exact exercises if you don't want to. The whole point is that you're putting heavy loads on your upper chest and shoulders to get that plate of armor look, and on your back to develop a V-taper. And honestly, in my opinion, be careful to not neglect your shoulders too much in comparison to your upper chest, since a lot of the best physiques you see online are people with bolder shoulders. Anyways, those are 3 quick tips on things you can start doing immediately to improve your physique. If you have any other things that work wonders for you, be sure to drop it in the comments and let everyone know. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and consider subscribing. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.